Hi everybody, I'm Lady V. I'm your workshop leader today. I'm a licensed Heal Your Life coach, and I am a grateful member of the First Center of Religious Science here in New York City. Now, you know, I have friends from all around the world, and my girlfriend, Jeannie, memed me, texted me, WhatsApp me from with Switzerland. And she sent me a beautiful picture of the equinox to remind me that today is the day, March equinox 2020-24, right now. And so I had to Google it. I wanted to know what it was all about. So it says, metaphysically, the March equinox represents a time of balance and renewal. It symbolizes the harmonious integration of light and darkness, and it is often associated with themes of rebirth, growth, and transformation. And talk about alignment. Remember the lesson Sunday was about honoring the darkness, or looking at the darkness, and the darkness is not bad, it is just what it is, and being able to bring that light into the dark. I love that. Okay, so right on point. And then in many spiritual and metaphysical traditions, the equinox is seen as a powerful time for setting intentions, listen to the words, releasing old patterns, and aligning with the energies of the natural world. It can be a time for inner reflection, spiritual awakening, and connecting with the cycles of nature. Some also view the March equinox as a time of increased cosmic energy and potential for personal and collective evolution. Wow. And we are already aligned. So even before I knew it was March equinox, or that time, I decided to write a lesson or workshop on spring into action and how appropriate that is. So I opened this workshop declaring that in this process right now, we are preparing the soil. The soil we are preparing is in our minds and in our hearts. Let's rejoice in the fact that we're tilling this soil, we're cleaning away old beliefs, we're cleaning obstacles that prevent us from being the absolute phenomenal people that we are, and we're exploring the seeds of intention and desires that will flourish and grow. I release these powerful words to the universe, and it is done. Now, this is a proven fact, and sometimes, I don't know about you, but sometimes you have to be reminded about how well you are doing right now. And especially for participants, the community that come or come often. So let's just review. Every time you engage with these sessions, be it a refreshing Sunday start, a midweek boost, or Thursday's preparation for the weekend, you are undoubtedly nurturing and preparing the ground for your dreams and ambitions to flourish. So you're preparing. Maybe you just need to be reminded. You are preparing every time you come here. You have cultivated the earth and stand in position to sow your seeds. I love this part. There exists no flora, no flowers, no crop that you yearn to cultivate that you cannot grow. So today we're going to employ a visualization technique and affirmations to enhance your sowing process. And remember, you are the gardener. You are the architect of your future. And so it is. In our recent gatherings, and I'm here the second time this month, in our recent gatherings, we embraced the idea that it is acceptable to want more. That's not bad. There's enough for everybody, y'all. You can want more. You won't be taken away from Peter if you want more. And we've realized that abundance is ours. We gave our affirmations more intensity and substance by using dynamic words ending in ing. So we did affirmations that sounded like, it's thrilling to live a life of abundance. It is amazing how good I feel when I let go of my doubts and I love myself more. It's exciting to experience confidence wherever I go. And in addition, we continue to highlight and practice the many gems Dr. Greg and Jimmy share with us. We demonstrate conviction and confidence, knowing that the universe always responds to our every desire. And we've learned new strategies that support our daily inventories, checking in, checking up, and checking on ourselves. A couple of weeks ago, we took a self-love questionnaire, and we learned how to end a day with gratitude with a nightly self-check in a ritual called the AEIOU and always why. And we're going to get to that later. I'll do a refresh on that one because I love it so much, and I think you did too. So we are prepared. We are going to get ready. Are you going to get ready? We are ready. So let's get ready. Let's get set and let's grow. Are you ready to let's grow? Are you ready to grow? Let me see your hands wave. You ready to? Yes. Okay. This is truly interactive. If anybody knows me, I am just vibrant and I do it unapologetically. This is just who I am. I'm colorful, I'm vibrant, and I love people. So I might ask you to raise your hand, and it's okay. I'm going to spring into action, setting intentions and desires to move more, to do more balance, more prosperity, more good health, and whatever other personal desires we have. I want you to spring into action. Think about more prosperity. Think about more health, more good health. Think about some of your personal desires. What do you want? What would you like to achieve? What would you like to have? And just pretend that the universe is asking you this, and you can get and have anything you want. So think about that for a moment. So I'd like you to think about these questions, and Christina's going to write them in the chat. But I'm interested to hear some of your comments. So maybe you'll only comment on one question or answer one question, but let's see how it rolls. So the first question is, where did you, and then I put, well, maybe it's not there. Where did you or will you plant your garden or field? What kinds of seeds did you plant? Now we're looking at the metaphorical seed. So was it a seed of love, prosperity? What qualities or intentions do these seeds represent? How easy was it for you to plant the seeds and believe in yourself as a co-creator? And lastly, did you have old beliefs that prevented you from wanting more? So those are these are the questions that I'm posing after the meditation, because once we do the lesson, we'll be able to reflect again on where we are as a result of the lesson and what new awakenings came up. So, Christina, why don't you take the lead on it?
All right. Would you like a verbal response? Or I was writing, but I'm happy to share as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So where did I or will I plant my garden or field? I put in my heart, and Then what kind of seeds did I plant or will I plant? I planted the seeds of trust, confidence, prosperity, creativity, faith, hope. Um, how easy was it for you to plant the seeds and believe in yourself as a co-creator? I did it. Hey, Charlie. That's my puppy. She's supporting me right now. It was pretty easy because I'm doing it with a bunch of people and I feel supplied and supported in this wonderful room. So I felt like I was doing it effortlessly, and that was really good. And then, do I have old beliefs that prevent me from wanting more? Yeah, absolutely. There's always in the back of my mind, there's, do I deserve this? Or even there's a fear like, can I do this? Am I capable of doing this? If I don't do it perfect, I'm not going to do it at all, right? That perfectionistic thinking that I have. Or an old belief is I don't have enough time, so not having that abundance mindset that there's plenty of time, or
That's
creator
right.
is going to make time for me to do what I need to do.
Thank you so much, Christine. Do we have anybody else in the chat giving us some feedback?
Not yet. I think everybody's. Oh, here we go. We got one. So somebody wrote, plant seeds in the mind of God, seeds of support, supply, wholeness, all sufficiency, trust, faith, and abundance.
Okay, thank you. And I like the concept of planting seeds in a general way. Sometimes, and as we learn our affirmations and really learn to say things, we say, I want whatever I want, a healthy body, or something better. You know, I want good health or something better. Rather than I want a size 12 or a size 10, I want a healthy body or something better. So I give the universe an opportunity to create what it thinks it is what I desire to want, or if that makes any sense. In other words, I try to be as general as I can so that I can allow the universe to just show off. I know what I want. I want prosperity. I know that I want love. I had no idea what that meant. And now I'm glad I didn't specify it because it means a whole lot more. And I received a whole lot more just asking for love and prosperity in a general way. So don't be afraid to ask. And it might even feel better if you just ask in a general way. I want love. I want great relationships. I want to walk in a room with confidence. I want to be able to have platforms that allow me to channel who God is through me. I don't know how that's going to look, but I know it's going to look good. So when you ask for those things or those desires, you want to do it in a general way and let it be custom designed especially for you. Does that make sense? Okay. All right. You know there was a part in that. Any more comments before I go on?
Yes, there was one more comment.
Yeah.
There was two.
Okay.
Trust, faith, hope, spirit. And for every plant, there is a season. Plant and let nature take over, supplied and supported by the universe thereon. And one more, plant seeds in my mind, thoughts, universe, abundant good, and only good seed mix in all areas of my life. Peace, love, joy, health, wealth, relaxation, ease, laughter, respect, kindness, worthiness, confidence, creativity, success, wonder, awe, whimsy, enchantment.
Beautiful. I love that enchantment piece. I love magical things. I love your background too. You know what? I really, and when I wrote this meditation, I read it out loud, and I read it to I do a lot. I read it to myself. I read it out loud to someone body. And I began to cry. And the part that I cried, that was so intense, the seeds are like children. And these children, they want to grow. They have a desire to grow. They trust that they will grow. That is so I know, and it reminded me of how I came into this planet. It reminded me how I came into the womb. I came into the womb great. I didn't know anything else but great. You know, I came into this world with a conviction to know, or this conviction of greatness, of amazing, of magnificence. I don't know what happened. What happened? I grew up, I became an adult. And so we come here and we learn and remember how we came into the womb. We came in here great. We came in here whole. We came in here perfect. And when I thought about these seeds, these babies going into the ground that I prepared for them, and being blessed and planting them. And I love the part that not only will these seeds be nourished by me, but these seeds will nourish me as well. So this is a whole reciprocity thing going on. You know, my seeds are my blessings, and the seeds say you are my blessings as well. So that whole seed thing was really phenomenal for me. And so preparing for this, these seeds, I had to look at some of the things that I need to clear away, some of those obstacles, some of those challenges that hold me back from creating an experience that is abundant. And maybe a couple of days ago, this obstacle came in and I'm feeling bonded by it, like, and I talked to my girlfriend. I was like, wait a minute, I know I can release this. And she said to me, remember when we used to use the serenity prayer to release stuff? Now, I don't know if you're familiar with the prayer. It says something, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And I said, oh my goodness, Renee, I remember that. And I remember saying it as a mantra to release this negative energy, to clear away these weeds. And so in writing this lesson, I thought about how would I use the serenity prayer to clear away the weeds, the leaves, the unnecessary things that are blocking me from planting the seeds. Right. So I said, God, grant me the serenity. Grant me the peace of mind to accept the things that I cannot change. I can't change the past. I can't change the people. And I can't change the people, and I can't change the events. The courage to change the things that I can. I can confront outdated beliefs that hinder me from achieving my goals and aspirations. I can suit up. There's men here, but you know, we used to put your big girl bloomies on. I can do that, and I can face my part. What am I allowing somebody to do? And then the wisdom to know the difference. And for me, the wisdom to know the difference is that God has created me magnificently. There is no junk. I am not junk. I am not less than. I have no lack. I have power to decide and choose. And once I go deep in the center of my being, I begin to flourish and I begin to grow. And then what's really brilliant about it is when peace begins with me, everything changes. Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me. What can I do to make this world a better place? And then I find out that, those people don't need to change. Those events don't need to change. Those places don't need to change. I need to change. And what's so good about me and where we are is that we want to change, and then we get to change. So we have willing hearts when we come into our community. And so I just wanted to do that thing on that little lesson that I've learned with the Serenity Prayer and how to use it. And I'm sure you can Google it, you can find it. It's all over the place. A lot of 12-step programs use it. And sometimes it's interesting while you do your reflections to take every part of that Serenity Prayer and customize it to your perfect fit. God grant me the serenity. What does that mean? I need to see peace instead of this. What do I need to accept? What do I need to accept, God? And you could call God universe, you can call, me, infinite God. Many names. But what is it that I need to accept? How about what is it that I need to learn right now? I get to learn something right now. Get happy about it. And what type of courage do I need to face myself and situations as they are? And you know where that courage exists. It exists in you. It's your inner wisdom. It is part of who you are. It's your makeup. It's your character. So we don't sell ourselves short. And the wisdom to know the difference. I think even when Dr. Greg, I had to listen to Dr. Greg. I think I had to listen to him. I had to listen to him on YouTube because I was at an affair. But, when you even look at the darkness, in order to even celebrate light, you have to know the difference between dark and light. Right? And then even celebrating, you can celebrate dark, because dark is not bad. I rest in dark. I'm peace in dark. And then the light comes, and then I become, So there's a wisdom that I have to be able to weigh and measure, to be able to know the truth and what is not, and to deny that which is not of God. So it's a great prayer. Break it up, have fun with it, experiment, explore, use it as a journal prompt, have fun. And that's enough for my Serenity Prayer, but it's a great tool. So we know that cultivating a positive mindset belief that these seeds will grow, because they will help us to understand that old beliefs and unworthiness are just not our story. We don't do not enough here. And I love this one I learned. Move a muscle and change a thought. So I see some shaking of the head. Move a muscle and change a thought. My brother Jesus I'm sure in scripture the way he used it was different from the way I'm using it now. And I take these little tidbits of things and I just customize it, call it Lady V. Turn the other cheek. Isn't that moving a muscle? And once I move the muscle, the thought will change. Just can't stay in the same insanity. I don't want to stay in the same place that doesn't bring me joy. So I move. I pick up a phone. I read some great literature. I go out and help somebody. I plant. I check on my plant. I give it some water. So these kinds of things help us focus on also, and I love this, that when I do have these negative beliefs, because last week we talked about it, a couple of weeks we talked about it, we are not going to say, bad. Why are you thinking like that? We're going to embrace this negative. We might do a little rain. We'll recognize it. We'll accept it as it is. This is it, what it is. We'll investigate it. Where is it coming from? And we'll nurture ourselves out of it. I used to have a friend that used to say, I said to them, oh, Chrissy, I did A, B, and C. And she says, of course you did. Of course you did. Isn't that wonderful to make a mistake, quote unquote, and then say to yourself, well, of course you did. And it's okay. See, we learn here how to love ourselves. So we plant this seed. I want you to see yourself planting this seed, planting this desire, planting your ambitions, your dreams. And as we come into our treasure years, our wonder years, a lot of us are in our treasure wonder years. That means we're over 55, 60. A lot of us are there. And the best is still yet to come. There's more to come. You know, abundance is ours. So what are your aspirations? What are your dreams? Write them down. Claim them. Just don't think them. Write them down. Look at them. Because when you get it out of here and put it on here, tactile, right? When you see it. And if you're strong enough and courageous enough to write it down, hello, then you're strong enough and courageous enough to have it manifested. Because we have a higher power that works for us, through us, as long as we allow. And even though the universe will respond to everything that we request, it's really nice to be aware that the universe is responding. To not be like this and the universe is giving us everything and we just so blind we don't see it. But we get to have this awareness. Look at how the universe is showing off through me. Wow. In the 12-step world, they talk about a life beyond our wildest dreams. That's why I said do your request generally. And it's not even a request anymore. In First Science, we're learning to do affirmative prayer. We're not asking, okay, we'll go. No, we declare. This is what we do here. We declare. See, even the iPad declared. You know, that's what we do here. Lao Tzu said this, and I love this. He said, nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. So knowing that, community, my fellows, we begin to know that we as co-creators have some type of responsibility for planting the seeds and developing methods of care. So what are these methods of care? And some of you already said it. Trust. And I know sometimes I used to hear, I can't trust myself. Oh, no, I'm in bad company with myself. Trust that you're right here getting some prescriptions to learn how to trust yourself even more. That's how you learn to trust yourself. You will intuitively know how to handle things which used to baffle you. Because you are practicing, because you are here, because you're going into nurturing communities, because you have friends that love you. Everybody loves you, but you have friends that love you, and you are loving yourself right now. So everything is working out for its absolute good. Trust yourself. Give yourself permission to trust you. I dare you to trust yourself. What does that look like? Is it scary to trust yourself? What does that look like? Well, this is the way this morning, this is the way I trusted myself. I got up, I put my hand out, I said, okay, HP, take me. Because I trust myself. I know what to do with my hand. I know what to do with my spirit. Do I always do it? No. But I trust that I know. And when I have the faith and conviction of loving myself even more, I practice it even more. I can trust myself. I have the courage to say, okay, I might need to apologize to my poor husband. I trust myself. So think about that. Trust yourself. And then when you are trusting yourself, you're trustworthy. And guess what? You can trust others because that's the energy you will be drawing. We also, when I talk about while we wait for the seeds to grow, and because we are co-creators, there are things that we need to do. We need to give our minds and hearts care and attention. And I thought about it. I was talking to Christina. I was like, how about one of the methods of care for our seeds that we planted would be watering our seeds with affirmations. And I said, Christina, what kind of affirmations would you water your seeds with? And so she's going to tell me because I didn't ask her. I asked her, but I thought she was going to tell me at the lesson. So what did you write down for affirmations that you use to water your seeds?
Okay, some affirmations would be, I am enjoying being creative more frequently for the good of everyone, or something better. I am grateful for my prosperity, which is helping me to spread joy to others, or something more. My fear of intimacy has been removed so that I can allow others to be close to me and I can be close to them. Mm-hmm.
How phenomenal it feels to have the intimacy, abundance and around and surrounding me as I let go and I let God. Wow. And when you're watering these seeds, you can actually imagine yourself watering these seeds. I listened to a podcast recently, and this guy talked about getting up two hours before, like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and just giving himself these thoughts, affirmative thoughts, and of course his journaling. But isn't it a wonderful thing to see yourself giving yourself, watering yourself with affirmations, and seeing those affirmations work immediately? They brighten your day. The other thing that I want to make sure that we are clear with is some other ways that we can nurture the fertile ground. And it's important. We surround ourselves with uplifters, communities that are alive, aware, and enthusiastic. Just do a checklist. Do you have or are you surrounding yourselves with uplifters? Are you surrounding yourselves with communities that are alive, aware, and enthusiastic? And you'll see from a video that I'm going to show at the end, this particular woman is recovering from an illness. But she's alive, she's aware, and she's enthusiastic. And she's coming out with the IV line, dressed in the hospital, and she's coming out. So if you're working with people who are recovering from an illness, they can still be alive, aware, and enthusiastic. And they can still bring the joy because they want to be alive, aware, and enthusiastic. So just do your checklist and make sure as you are cultivating your land, as you are watering your seeds, as you are making sure they are growing, and this is starting in the mind and the heart, that you are surrounding yourself with those type of people that support you. I'd like to also suggest that in a daily way, create some action plans for yourself. And what do I mean by that? 1 or 2 or 3 things, setting some goals in order to have some idea of how you're living, how you're thinking. One of my goals, I have a pause button on my cell phone. So at 3 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and 10 o'clock at night, I do some kind of talk with my higher power. The alarm goes off. I also have an action plan where today I am going to exercise. So set some mini goals, because it's really good to have these mini goals, because the mini goals, as you achieve them, nurture that mind, nurture the heart, and allow seeds to grow. And then I want to, and I got into this, I did a slide for this. It's called the AEIOU and always why strategy. And I'm going to let Christina read that so that you can hear it and then you can see it. And some of you, if you want to copy it down, it's there for you. So go ahead, Christina.
All right, AEIOU. And sometimes, well, no, and always why.
And always why. Always why. We're going to change that song. Okay.
Yes, okay. A is for abstinent. What did I abstain from? E is for exercise. Did I exercise today? I is for what did I do for myself today? O is for others. What did I do for others today? U is for unexpressed emotions. Are there any unexpressed emotions I have? And Y is for yay for me. I enjoyed having fun. Woo!
So another great strategy that one can use in order to check in, check on, check up, and with the unexpressed emotions, I ask myself, am I dancing with unexpressed emotions before I go to sleep? We need to either write it out, we need to call somebody, but we need to let it go so I can sleep with a soft pillow. I love soft pillows. Thank you very much. So, and as you continue to nurture your land, your mind, your heart, you realize that the thoughts, emotions, and actions you cultivate within yourself have a direct impact on the growth of your seeds. Let's make a commitment to fill yourself, ourselves, with positivity, love, and gratitude, knowing that these qualities will nourish and support the growth of your dreams and aspirations. And I'm going to give you a couple of more questions you can reflect upon. Maybe write them down. Write some, you might want to write something in the chat about it or talk to us out in the Afterglow about it. But these are the questions I wrote down. And go ahead, Christine, you want to ask those as well?
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so questions for reflections are, am I practicing self-care?
Stop.
Am I?
Okay. See, the easy, softer way would be, am I practicing self-care? No. Am I practicing self-care? How? How am I doing that? And that allows us to praise ourselves. That allows us to pat ourselves in the back. Be very specific of what that looks like. Okay, Christina.
Okay, and the next question is, am I embracing challenges and setbacks, acknowledging rain instead of scaring or criticizing myself?
Exactly. So these negative emotions, this negative thinking can be used as a bouncing off place. Okay, I'm not thinking right. I need to do this. Or what am I feeling? Let me recognize this. I accept that this is what I'm doing right now. However, let's move on. So, okay, thank you.
Am I willing to re-examine my priorities?
That's a big one. You know, am I driving or am I co-driving? You know, is my ego in this, or is, you know, am I being guided and led and loved? Okay.
All right. And am I putting enough time and effort into activities that nurture my spirit?
Well, right now you are. You're here. And we want to be able to do more like this. You want to be able to, after you come from this particular place, you want to feel good. And that's what it's all about. Does this make me feel good? So, at the end of it all, thank you, Christina. I'm going to use some affirmative prayer, and then we're going to go to our afterglow. And I thank you so, so much for being here. I thank my friends for coming and joining me today. I really appreciate them. And here's the affirmative prayer as we close. I now completely abandon myself to the realization that I am one with the living spirit, one with the eternal good, one with the great universal spirit. I am steadfast in my affirmation, letting nothing limit or obstruct the reflection of the light that I am. I have cultivated the earth, and I stand in position to sow seeds. There exists no flower, no floor, no crop that I yearn to cultivate that I cannot grow. Today, tonight, right now, I remember I am the gardener. I am the architect. I am. And I am springing into action. I release these words as truth, and so it is.